Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Boudon. I am Product Strategy Manager in CDD GeoSoftware. Today I will present you the Json Organizer, a new feature coming soon in the next release of the Jason Workbench. The Json Organizer is designed to help you keep track of where you are in the project. It is also a help for non-frequent users and a sort of getting started for new users. So you see here the standard Json Workbench window. And you will notice there is a new tab in this version 9.7 coming soon. The tab is called Organizer. So this is where the chart will display. I will now load a default chart. These charts are developed by our inversion experts and they are shipped with the software. They are part of the installation. Let me open the rock trace chart. So you see this is a pretty complex chart, but for a complex inversion process involving a lot of steps and a lot of modules. But that's the goal of the Json Organizer, to help you remembering the steps of the inversion. So let me zoom in the data loading QC part of this chart. So I can use the zoom button at the bottom of the window, or I can simply use the standard way of zooming, holding the control key and scrolling the wheel of my mouse. What you see here, it's still a development version of the chart. The one you will receive with the version 9.7 of the software might be slightly different, but the main features are there. For instance, we put here a text note explaining you what the main steps of the data loading are. And you see that all the modules that you will use in this loading and QC of the seismic data are represented with their icon. By clicking on the icon, the module will actually start. So for instance, let's assume I've already used the Segway import to load my seismic data. I want to QC that the inline coastline and the coordinates are okay. So what I do, I click on this icon and it opens my view. Then I can, as I'm used to do, load the seismic in the display. The seismic I've just loaded, and QC that my data extent is correct. So this is the main idea of this new functionality. That's why we call it Organizer. It is meant to visually organize the various modules used in an inversion project. And if you don't remember how a specific module works, you have direct access to the online help with one click on the question mark and it opens the help. Once I'm done with the step, for instance, I've loaded my seismic data and I'm satisfied with the QC, I can check the modules. They become gray out. What I can also do is add a sticky note to say when I completed this step. So let me say completed today at a certain date. And then I can collapse the group. Done with this step, I can move to the next step. What you see here is a chart developed by our inversion experts, but you may want to actually modify it or create your own chart. So for that you need to go to the edit mode, which you access with by clicking on this little pen here. So this is the same view but now in edit mode. So what you see that all the menu options from the Json Workbench are available in that sidebar on the left, plus a few additional shapes for the text note and the data store. So in edit mode, I can take items and move them around in the chart, or I can modify the chart. And I do that by dragging and dropping the item I need in the chart. So for example, let's assume that I want to add an extra QC for the well data. I want to add that 3D view QC of my wells once they have loaded. So I can do that by adding the 3D view in the group loading QC of the well data. Let me now zoom out to show you a few more of the options that are available in edit mode. So let me just click on this icon to get the full view of the chart, and I'm going to use that empty space here to show you a few options. So let's say I'm going to add these 3 modules. Doesn't really matter what they are, that's just for the example. So I have them added. What I can do now, I can group them. And then I can add an arrow pointing from this group to, let's say, this one here. Okay? So very simple, standard options. If you're used to work with PowerPoint, you should find your way in this JSON Organizer. You can also, for example, copy and paste. I can copy and I can paste. I can also delete, etc. And if I don't like my edits, I can always click on the undo button. So once I'm done with my edits, I can go back to the use mode and go back to using the chart. Thanks for watching this quick demo of the JSON Organizer, and I hope you will like this new tool and you will enjoy using it as much as we enjoyed developing it.